Hello, welcome you watching The Burning Question with me, Shravan Sen. Let's first take a look at the headlines you are tracking at this up. After High Court rap, Mamata government forced to act. Trinamool Congress says Shah Jahan's arrest in the next 7 days. INDI completely crumbles as CPI officially ditches Congress. Under scanner for Liquorgate, Kejriwal skips 7th ED summon in a row. Defiant Aam Aadmi Party says wait for court order first. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma talks tough on child marriage, says won't allow child marriage till he is alive. Stand by for Republic Media Network's annual summit on 7th of March in the national capital. Honorable Prime Minister to be the Chief Guest, Home Minister and Finance Minister to deliver keynote address. Well, the India alliance has completely fallen apart ahead of the 2024 battle. Now, today the left announced a CPI boss's wife will fight against Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. The left maintains that the Congress is losing the ground in Kerala. While the Congress is essentially downplaying the big setback, it now appears that the India alliance is just on the paper. Aam Aadmi Party, in fact, hit out at the Congress saying that they do not even deserve a single seat. They are not in alliance in the state of Punjab. As far as West Bengal is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, there too the same story plays out, with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee says that there is no question of giving any seats to the Congress party. In fact, she also raises doubts that whether at all the Congress is actually going to cross the 40 mark. Take a look at the developments and then we begin the burning question.
The INDI is slowly but surely losing the plot ahead of the crucial 2024 battle. Now, there is a fresh twist to the thriller in Wayanad. It is confirmed that Annie Raja will be leading the charge against Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. She spoke to Republic in an exclusive conversation.
We think that in all the constituencies, left can work much better than the Congress party. That is why we are in the contest. We are announcing the candidates, and the other left front parties will announce their candidates in the coming days. So yes, our politics is people-centric politics.
The wife of CPI boss also said that Congress has no ground in Kerala.
4 seats. And one of the seat is Wayanad. Last time also CPI contested. Congress also contested. This time also Congress will contest. We don't know who will be the candidate, but CPI has announced its candidates.
So, the BJP believes that Rahul will have to exit his own constituency.
It is clear for us and the whole country. But Jairam Ramesh will come this evening saying that the lines are open, discussions are open, and this is the kind of alibi they're going to give. So, I mean, we are expecting that to happen. But the reality is over and out. Right? You rightly said tata bye-bye.
But the Congress has downplayed the big announcement.
No, it's in effect now. It is on the ground. You see the alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party, alliance with the Samajwadi Party, and other alliances will be now with other parties also. So what happened is that this is not very unusual, it is expected. So what is the problem in it? I don't think there is any issue about it.
The big development comes amid top Congress leaders defecting to the BJP. And just days after, murmurs of veteran Congress leader Kamal Nath's switch to the BJP. One thing is well established. Congress is on the back foot and INDI has fully crumbled ahead of the polls. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Vivek Srivastava, to begin with you, all this while you've been asking one simple question, and that question has been, how many times has the NDA really sat for a meeting? Where is the alliance as far as the NDA is concerned? Today, would you say the same? Because the fact is this, there is no India alliance. Even the left parties have come out in the open saying that they have no relevance. The Congress is completely irrelevant.
No, I don't think that is what the left has said, and we are very much with the Congress in many states. We are fighting together in Bihar. We are supporting them in UP, in Madhya Pradesh. Our trade unions, our cadre, we are with them. Certain states are having some exceptional cases in INDIA, like Punjab for that matter. Aam Aadmi Party is going alone. Trinamool Congress doesn't want a tie-up in the West Bengal. Kerala, we are having a contest. But
So exactly
this
how
is
does
the
that
way.
work? Vivek
So I'll
Srivastava,
tell
how
how
does
it works.
that,
I'll
this
tell
pick
you how
and
it
choose?
works.
How does the
No,
pick,
it's not pick and choose.
how does the pick and choose really work here?
I'll tell you how it works. It works because in the past, when we had a coalition governments in this country, we had third front governments of Deve Gowda, I.K. Gujral. We had a coalition government of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Coalition always works this way. Many a times parties contest with each other in the state level. There are many pre-poll and post-poll alliance. However, the INDIA is totally committed to its common minimum program of secularism.
And
And we
what do you have
feel
to say
that
about, and when the
yeah.
IUML says,
Yeah.
when the IUML says that the Congress is no force to begin with, Trinamool Congress chief says that perhaps this time Congress may not even cross the 40 mark. So what exactly are you really talking about? What national picture are you really talking about?
Trinamool Congress is more or less a very strong regional force. They have a government in one particular state where they have their own interest and their own electoral calculations. Okay, whereas
So they are not
Congress,
hitting out. But Vivek, they are not.
yeah,
The fight is.
yeah,
Can you understand one thing, Vivek? Is the fight with the Bharatiya Janata Party, or is the fight within the alliance itself, the so-called alliance?
the alliance is very strong. It is going very strong. I mean, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. I mean, I've been saying for the last 6
Tom
months
Vadakan.
that people will tie up. But then the media
Tom
was trying to
Vadakan.
say it will not tie up. There is a tie-up in Gujarat. There is a tie-up in Goa. There is a tie-up in Delhi.
Okay,
Okay,
we do
a
have the
tie-up in
Congress
Kashmir
party
today.
also now coming in.
We
Umair
had a
Junaidi of the
tie-up in
Congress is
Kashmir.
joining us. Okay, the direct face-off.
Let me.
The direct face-off between Tom Vadakan
fact
and
of the
Umair
matter
Junaidi.
is this
Tom
is a
Vadakan,
very
I'll come to you, and then we'll have the Congress party back. But Tom Vadakan, before you really respond to what the India Alliance essentially has to say, the question that many still ask you, and especially the opposition parties are asking, when did the Bharatiya Janata Party really care about their own alliance partner? So why are you so very concerned about what's happening within the India Alliance?
We are in the business of politics, and it is not an NGO that's running when they talk about an alliance which does not exist on the ground. Can you imagine the Aam Aadmi Party in coalition with the Congress? They were at each other's neck in Delhi. And do you think their workers would work for them? I mean, this kind of, I call it paper alliance, that's all. It's a marriage on paper. The reality is their workers are the ingredients who are supposed to work. Where are they going to work? Kerala is a situation that is, as an example, Annie Raja coming in from Wayanad, and Annie Raja is not a pushover. So, I mean, in Bengal, what is the scene? They have said that less than 40 for Congress. If this is about alliance, then I think you don't need enemies, no?
Umair Junaidi, the people, the voters would be utterly confused as to what exactly is this alliance all about, because in Punjab, you're not in an alliance. In Delhi, you are in alliance. In Kerala, you're not in an alliance. And this continues. The pattern essentially continues. So somewhere down the line, you have to understand the regional players who are actually coming forward are now saying that, look here, we don't need the Congress party, because if the Congress party is with us, this is exactly what will happen. The fate of the regional parties would be exactly what happened to the Samajwadi Party and the BSP in the previous elections.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to say that I am on this debate not as a congressman, but though I support Congress because of the ideology followed by the Congress. Now, talking about the question you raised, the opposition is raising the question. First of all, the thing is that there is an alliance called India because the parties are united to defeat the fascism, the fascist government, the BJP-led government in the country, which has spoiled the economy of the country, which have left the youngsters unemployed, and the prices of the commodities, they have risen up. All the things have been damaged. That is the reason all the parties came on a platform against BJP to form a democratic government.
But what has happened, Umer
So the
Junaidi?
main motto.
Umer,
let me complete.
Umar,
let me complete.
coming together,
The main motto of the
coming
alliance,
together is
the
one
main
thing.
motto of the alliance is to
No, but
defeat
Umer
BJP.
Junaidi, you're saying that they came together on certain issues. But where do they really take these issues to? How exactly are they going to really fight for it? Because the reality is that even before the fight has begun, they've actually given up.
Who has given up? Who has given up? Nobody has given up. When you carry forward a alliance of more than 25 plus parties, all the democratic parties in the part of the democratic politics, you have the choices, you have the patience to listen, you have the patience to accept the discrimination done by the parties, you have to accept the allegations, if any, made within the alliance. That is the Democratic Party. That is the Democratic Alliance taken forward for the nation. So the main purpose of the alliance is to have the democratic faith in the country and the constitution, which has been damaged by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And in order to save the constitution, all the democratic parties have come on a platform to defeat BJP's
I don't know where
ideology
exactly,
of anti-India.
whom are you really saving, where are you really saving, and what exactly is the plan? Umer Junaidi, it sounds really good. Perhaps from the drawing room, all this analysis saying that you saved the constitution, you're saving the democracy, but the fact of the matter is this, that you do not have the gumption to even fight an election. Because if you are serious about fighting this election, then perhaps you would not be jumping seats from one place to the other. From Wayanad to Raebareli, because you're not very sure. You're not very sure of what's going to happen.
If Narendra Modi can go from Gujarat to Varanasi, you have no problem.
Said very
Well,
clearly,
you have
the
no
people of
problem if
Amethi
Narendra
are
Modi is going from
regretting the
Gujarat to
decision
Varanasi
what
and
they have
jumping the
taken in
seat.
2019. And they want Rahul
Vivek,
Gandhi to be...
Vivek, allow Umer Junaidi to respond. Vivek, I'll
just
give
come
you
for
the
2
chance to
seconds.
respond, but let Umer Junaidi make his point, and then I'll go across to Vinay.
And people of Amethi are regretting that what they have made a mistake in 2019 and they don't want to repeat in 2023. That is the reason they are wanting Rahul Gandhi to contest from there.
Says who?
And they are saying they're showering all
Says
the love
who?
and the support to Rahul Gandhi.
Umer Junaidi says who? There was a point in time that you did not even have Pakka roads in Amethi, but that's not the scene today. And remember, only that cutting the ribbon is all that what Rahul Gandhi has essentially done in Amethi, be it the food park or several other projects which were all in limbo. Vinay, coming back to, the focus that the Bharatiya Janata Party has essentially put on the INDI alliance, it's almost like a walkover here.
Shravan, there are 2-3 points. The first point is that earlier announcement of candidates by CPIM that clearly indicates that BJP has started a trend of earlier announcing the candidatures of in MLA and MP seats, and CPIM has followed it. The second thing is that INDI alliance is finished in Kerala. They are finished in so many states. In Kerala, INDI alliance is no more. And the third point is, Shravan, that there was already a difference which was very visible in the last election. So let me quote the Kerala CPM Secretary Kodairi Balakrishnan in 2019 election, what he said when Rahul Gandhi was contesting for Wayanad. He said that the Muslim League, which has formed an alliance with Jamaat-e-Islami and SDPI, has more influence in Wayanad than Congress, and so in effect Rahul Gandhi will be contesting as a joint candidate of the Congress Jamaat SDPI alliance. So let me tell you, Shravan, that there was a difference between CPIM and Congress earlier, but the thing is that it is not like that CPI was not aligned to to be in alliance with the radical Islamist forces. But the point was that earlier there was only one exclusive Muslim party which was called All India Indian Union Muslim League, also called as Muslim League. So there was a tug of war in Kerala between Congress and left that to take Muslim League into their fold. But now, as on today, there are so many choices available. Indian Union Muslim League is there, Madni's PDP, Madni's PDP is there, Jamaat-e-Islami Hind, WPI is there, and Popular Front of India's SDPI is there. And my, interest is that Madni's PDP, Jamaat-e-Islami Hind's WPI, and PDF's SDPI, are they going to be part of the INDI alliance or not? I am interested in that. Because last time, Rahul Gandhi was just not a candidate of Congress. He was also supported by the Popular Front of India, which is now a banned terrorist outfit. Shravan. So these are the 2-3 major points. I think
you are confused. When you are confused,
but okay.
No, when I was
responding
very confused,
to this, Vivek,
counter him.
You say that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Vivek.
Yes.
Vivek, you say that it does work that you fight your own alliance partner in the states. Nationally, it's going to be different. What elections are you really talking about?
I'll tell you.
In this very election, this is not the state elections that we're talking about. If as far as the parliamentary elections are concerned, what state and what national picture are you really talking about?
I'm talking about a past example which was set forth in 2004. In 2004 also, of Vajpayee's government.
You need to unmute yourself, Vivek Srivastava.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yeah. See, all I'm trying to say is that, So all I was saying was that already 2 third front governments, and in 2004, Kerala, Congress and the left fought against each other. Earlier, we used to fight in Bengal against each other. However, national politics is a different thing. To keep the communal forces like the BJP at bay, we always tie up at a national level and form government. We feel that yes.
I have not understood. I understand your rhetoric.
Yes.
But Vivek, are you listening to what you are saying?
Yes.
Are you listening to what
65 seats. We got 65
seats. If at all you want to fight so-called fascist forces, etc., etc., first of all, at least you need to aspire to win the seats. Here you can't even deal with a seat-sharing arrangement. Forget about winning seats.
No, who was telling you that?
Why exactly would then, if at all there is an alliance, then the alliance would have been there in the state of West Bengal, or would have been in Punjab also.
Information
you
that
can negotiate as much as you want. We believe that the
seat sharing has not been done yet. Who all gives the information? The BJP's spokesperson or who?
What information?
No, we believe Congress is a secular party.
Kindly, Mr. Umer Junaidi, before I'll tell you what, you think you are sounding smart by simply saying, how do you know? Please, this is not a figment of imagination to begin with. Mr. Umer Junaidi, it is the Aam Aadmi, let me just finish. It is the Aam Aadmi Party themselves who have come on record to say that the Congress does not deserve even more than 1 seat in the national capital. Mamata Banerjee has come on record to say that, look, this time perhaps the Congress may not even cross 40. Sorry?
How many seats Aam Aadmi Party
whatever may be the case, they have thrown you out from Punjab. They have thrown you out from Punjab. In Punjab, they are not willing to accommodate because they feel in Punjab they are in a better position. In Delhi, they are perhaps on a sticky wicket. So they are like, okay, let the Congress deal with it.
No, I mean, see,
in fact, we're getting in some more breaking news right now. Gentlemen, I'm just requesting you to stay on with us. We're getting in some more big breaking news now coming in with regards to Paytm. In fact, this development comes in at a time when Paytm was pulled up by the RBI. Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma has now resigned from the board of directors. Now remember, essentially what has happened over the last few weeks, there has been multiple reach out to the RBI with regards to the functioning of Paytm itself, Paytm banks in particular. Back on 29th was when no new customers will be to be taken on board. Remember, Paytm has gone on an advertising campaign saying that everything is going to work out and the Paytm bank would continue operating. Now, a big development comes in. He steps down as from the board of directors. We'll get it more information in a short while from now. We'll also try and connect with our business editor Sharmila for more details on this. A quick recap before we slip into a short break and come back to our debate. Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma steps down, this at a time when the RBI had flagged off malpractices on the part of Paytm, particularly with regards to the KYC registration of various users. This was one aspect that was flagged off by the RBI even in the past, but a circular thereafter was actually issued pulling up Paytm, saying that they perhaps cannot bring others on board, new customers on board, came across as a big setback for Paytm. In fact, all that they would have been in a position to carry out is third-party usage, and particularly with regards to UPI transaction. Remember, Paytm happens to be one of the largest UPI transaction systems that have been put into place. But with this decision that came in from the RBI, it has certainly come across as a big setback. Questions were also being raised about the manner in which Paytm Bank was operating, flouting the KYC norms. Slipping into a short break. On the other side, we'll continue with our trending burning question. Well, that big breaking news now coming in. 197 Communications Limited has now informed that the Paytm's Payment Bank Limited has essentially reconstituted its board, which means that Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who was at the helm of affairs as far as the Paytm Payments Bank is concerned, he's now stepped down. The board has been reconstituted. In fact, a statement has just been put out by 197 Communications. Remember, that happens to be the parent firm of Paytm Payments Bank, the former Central Bank of India chairman. In fact, a retired IS officer, two retired IS officers and the former executive director of Bank of Baroda have now joined the board of directors of Paytm Payments Bank. This comes at a time, remember, the circular that was issued by the RBI, there was a massive crackdown as far as the operations of Paytm Payments Bank are concerned. We'll take you through some of the details that are coming in, but just remember a quick recap of what's happened over the last few days and the directives that have essentially been given. Now, it was RBI which essentially suggested that the National Payments Corporation of India to consider Paytm's proposal. Paytm has now said that a platform for peer-to-peer payments is exactly what they would be doing. Just to simplify this for you viewers, remember Paytm Payments Bank that was also operating and getting consumers on board. RBI essentially indicated that there were malpractices pertaining to KYC. And the very fact that they would not be able to bring in new customers on board, and starting from 29th of February, they would essentially operate more as a UPI transaction platform. Let me also quickly go across to our business editor and my colleague Saqib, who's joining us from the Bharat newsroom, getting us the latest details. Now, this comes across as a big news, keeping in mind that we'll try and reconnect with Sharmila in a short while from now. But before we do that, I'll just quickly take you through some of the developments and the statement that has been issued by 197 Communications. In fact, they say that Vijay Shekhar Sharma has also resigned from the board of Paytm Payments Bank to enable the transition. Now, the transition that we're essentially talking about, Saqib, here is that there is a new board that has been brought in. There is a proposal that has been given by the Paytm, which the RBI has essentially indicated that perhaps it could be taken into consideration. Does this also mean that somewhere down the line, Paytm has made an admission to the fact that they will have to bring about the much needed changes that were already suggested in the past by RBI?
This development comes on a day when Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held a meeting with all the top heads of fintechs across the country. They did come down to Delhi and have a meeting with the Finance Minister. Vijay Shekhar Sharma stepping down on a day when the Finance Minister met the top fintech heads conveys a strong message in itself. The government has come down hard on the fragile fintech ecosystem of the country. There is every possibility that Paytm would be asked to walk the talk. Every time Paytm has been asked to follow RBI regulation, there has been allegations that Paytm has not cooperated. One would have to wait and watch a day after Vijay Shekhar Sharma's exit from the board and him stepping down. How does the regulatory framework shape up? Tomorrow, there'll be an important RBI statement. In fact, we're expecting that anytime today or tomorrow. Soon after the RBI statement, which is keeping the fintech industry on tenterhooks. Everybody wants to know what really transpired in that meeting between the finance minister and the fintech heads. The sort of, if I may just run you through the sort of violations that Paytm has been accused of in the Paytm Payments Bank Limited, is essentially that, you know, the third party adversaries, the TPAs, they onboarded thousands of people, thousands of customers without verifying them, without doing the due diligence. Now, this one is a serious allegation at a time we are witnessing an expansion of UPI to rest of the countries, to the neighboring countries. Government has sounded a note of caution time and again. Paytm was given time. Now its top boss stepping down in itself is a strong signal that has gone to the entire Paytm industry. Now I'm joined by Rajat Mishra, who is an assistant business editor at Republic Business and has been tracking the economy and the corporate side of the story. Rajat, on a day when Paytm's parent company, 197 Communications, in a filing to the regulators and the market regulators, has clearly said that Vijay Shekhar Sharma has stepped down. I may tell our viewers that Vijay Shekhar Sharma stepping down has paved way for two senior former PSU bank heads. So is the message from government loud and clear that we mean business when it comes to the financial economy of the country, which has been a lot of focus? Rajat, how do you really divulge the fact that two senior PSU banks heads have been brought in, and they will constitute Paytm's board of directors? What is that message from the government, from the finance ministry?
See, one thing that was very... Stay on.
Sharma, as far as Paytm Payment Bank was concerned. So basically this ouster, basically the constitution of a new board means that he has completely stepped back from the Paytm Payment Bank business, which was a long impending demand of the RBI also, because one of the allegations on the violation of the regulatory laws was that there were a lot of intervention of the CEO as far as Paytm Bank is concerned. And when you are in the business of banking, the fundamental premise that RBI has set is that the founder, CEO, and the entire business should work in the silos. There should not be any intervention from the side of the CEO or from the various companies. So that is the one thing. So the constitution of a new board and some people or the CEOs from the PSUs who have joined on the newly constituted board shows that there is a signal that is being tried to send that Paytm CEO is stepping back from whatever has happened and what the RBI was saying, that the constant intervention of CEO from the company side.
Now that we have a new board in place and Vijay Shekhar Sharma has stepped down, we have received a lot of viewer queries on what happens to Paytm. What happens to the fate of Paytm? What happens to Paytm?
Well,
I would like to get a sense from Rajat.
Stay on, Saqib, as you get us more details. Kishore, Saqib, hold on for a minute. We have Kishore Subramaniam, who's also joining us on this broadcast. Kishore, as an investment analyst, the message that has been sent out by the RBI is that you no longer can continue operating by violating the rules. And the fact of the matter is that the GST as well as Enforcement Directorate, they were basically looking at, they had flagged off the fact that there were massive violations in terms of KYC. There were massive violations in terms of documentation that was supposed to be done. And now the message is very clear. Either you shape up or you're out of business?
So good evening to all panelists. But let me tell you one thing very important, that this RBI clampdown is very, very serious, and it's a message to all fintech companies that please get your act correct. You're dealing with third-party money. This is not a joke. This is public funds. You ought to be extremely careful. And India's darling in terms of the fintech, the first of its kind, which revolutionized payment as far as the common man was concerned, right from a 1 rupee kirana store to probably thousands and lakhs of rupees, have today gone into a mode where RBI has to use its iron hand and tell them that you please clean up your act. And what's more important to understand here is that there is no soft approach. And let me also tell people who generally think that, there is a bias, this is a government-sponsored stuff, there is nothing like that. RBI is an independent regulator. As an apex bank, it's done its duty best in ensuring that the clampdown is hard, severe, strict, and look at what has happened. The person, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, however nice a human being he might be, I believe when you violate the norms and do not play by the book, this is exactly what happens. And I think it's a perfect example of saving the common man's money.
Well, thank you very much, Kishore Subramanian, for putting this into perspective. Slipping in a short break. On the other side, news and updates continue.